All right, have and have not fans. Now, I'm probably going to break this up into two videos. One where I talk about Katheryn and Jim in terms of do they still love each other, and then one in terms of their parenting skills when it came to Wyatt. On this particular one, let's just talk about do does Katheryn still love Jim? I feel like this is a yes. I mean, this last episode, I've said it in my episode review. Tyler Perry has done great when it comes to writing scenes between Jim and Katheryn. I've really missed the dynamic between the two where Jim is just being Jim, a complete smart ass, son of a bitch, asshole, whatever you want to call him. And then Katheryn's like, look, let's get down to business. None of this sarcasm crap. We have a problem here. And then Jim's like, I'll handle it. I got this handle, Katheryn. But I just wanted to talk about the fact that, I even brought this up in the video I talked about on why did Wyatt attack his parents. When Katheryn got backhanded, Jim pushed Wyatt aside to go help out Katheryn, and then when Jim got hit with the bottle, Katheryn was willing to help him out and then was screaming out to Wyatt to not kill Jim. And I stick by my guns here that if Katheryn wasn't there to yell at Wyatt to bring some sort of sense back into his mental state, I think he would have killed Jim, or at least smashed him, or at least smashed him with that statue and injured him badly. But either way, Jim was about to get wrecked if not for Katheryn. So then you go back to where they're at Katheryn's house, and you see it looks like she's trying to patch up Jim, seeing if there was any other glass shards in the back of his head or whatnot. So I do feel, I mean, that in that little scene, say what you want to, I still feel they care about each other, because if they didn't care about each other, you know good and well that Katheryn would have done what she would have pulled what she did on Veronica and got Jim up out the house, because just to see how smug he was, it's like, okay, I want to go up, take a shower, and I'm going to bed. And it's like, you're not staying here. This James Cryer, this is my house. And then, he just went up there. It's like, oh, it's too pink in here. And if you get people to move the furniture out, make sure you get the same movers that were so quiet like they were before, so they don't wake me up. And it's like, you son of a bitch. I love those two together. It's ridiculous. Like, yes, I don't like everything that Jim has put Katheryn through. I don't stand by that. But just these two together and their dynamic is just so amazing. It really did take me back to like season 1 when those two, were going back and forth, because I love the banter between those two. But then you move on to, Jim getting on the phone with Gia, and then goes to see her. And you know what? This is how I know that Jim's about to get effed up. Remember at the end of season 2 when Quincy beat his ass and then he was in the same bed with Katheryn? Because he was shook from what happened. Him and Katheryn were in the same bed. Then what happened? He got that text message from Candace on his phone to come down to the front yard to meet with him. Hey, I'm so sorry for everything I did. Come meet me out in the front. And then he got kidnapped by Warlock and his crew. Now you have Jim in Katheryn's new house, and we don't know if they're going to sleep in the same bed now. We don't know if that was going to happen, but I'm pretty sure there was more than one bedroom too, so that's probably the case. But and anyway, I just feel like, we got Jim who got his ass beat by Wyatt. Then he's going to go up, clean himself off. He gets a phone call from Gia telling him to like drop everything and come over to this hotel now. I'm going to be waiting for you. And we know that Candace was the one that orchestrated the entire thing, telling Gia to call Jim to leave the house to go meet with her. And what happened when Warlock kidnapped him? Oh man, you had Jim being blackmailed with all those photos, having sex with Candace on video, and then he lost $7.4 million. Then what's going to happen now? He's going to leave Katheryn's house, go to the hotel, probably have sex with Gia, and we see him throwing money up in the air. And then what's going to happen? We know that Candace, with his account numbers, is going to clean his accounts out dry. So it seems like history is repeating itself, but it's going to be funny when it happens. So I really just wanted to drive the point home that even though there is bad blood between the two, I feel that Katheryn and Jim still do care about each other. It's just hilarious how it plays out, because Jim was saying some real stuff in the episode about their parenting with Wyatt, and that's why I'm going to do its own separate video on that. But I feel like the script itself does seem slightly repetitive now that I talked about it out loud, but I don't mind it, because I feel that if Tyler Perry continues with the same quality of writing, he can definitely get this season back on track. But I feel like Jim does still care about Katheryn as well, but he's a sex addict. I mean, even Justin said the same thing about I'm an addict, when it comes to this kind of stuff. But with Jim, it's just like, at least he's self-aware and he's not afraid to say it. I just don't like how he does this because, of how it makes Katheryn feel, in my opinion. And maybe he's probably going to get a taste of his own medicine when Broderick comes back into the picture later on this season. We'll just have to wait and see how things play out with that, because Katheryn said, hey, you had yours and I had mine. And we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out. But with that being said, let me know in the comment section below, do you really think that Katheryn and Jim still love each other? With scenes like this in the past couple episodes, I think it's apparent that they do. But there's just so many things that need to be cleaned up for them to be a healthy relationship. So with that being said, I feel like this is a fun video that the comment section should absolutely love. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you soon.